What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris. It's your boy Chris. It's another amazing episode of Financipation. This channel is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth, and it's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. So I got to call everyone. I got to message everyone from one of my listeners, and they wanted me to answer the question: what should a parent be teaching their kids, or what should a child be learning from 5 to 15, so that that child is prepared for the workforce when they enter the workforce at 16, 17, or 18? And I'm going to answer that question, but I'm going to kind of elaborate on it a little bit more. And I'm basically going to teach you guys 16 ways to create wealth when you are in your teens. So if you are a teenager listening to this, or if you have a parent, or if you're a parent, I'm sorry, you have a child and your child's entering the teenage years, on this particular channel, I'm going to teach, in this particular podcast, rather, I'm going to teach you 16 ways to create generational wealth. Okay. So with that, everybody, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get started. So first and foremost, from 12 to 14, these are the following books that you should be reading. So if you're 12 years old, these are the following books that you should be reading for the next 2 years. First and foremost, How to Win Friends and Influence People. That, in my opinion, is the greatest book outside the Bible that was ever written, as far as how is getting people to essentially like you, and how as far as getting people to basically think the way that you want them to think. It's a phenomenal book, everyone, written by Dale Carnegie, and I would advise everyone to read it, because if you want people to essentially like you, if you want people to kind of think the way that you want them to think, that is, in my opinion, one of the greatest books ever written. The next book you should read from the ages of 12 to 14 is The Richest Man in Babylon. That book is pretty cool because it actually was written by a gentleman over 6,000 years ago. They found his book written on papyrus scrolls and written on clay tablets, and they basically converted it into a modern day book around right before the 1920s. So it's a book that's literally almost 6,000 years old. But the cool thing about it is a true timeless classics, people, they don't fade. And that book, that financial stuff that gentleman wrote about 6,000 years ago, are still prevalent today. Another thing to do, financial tidbits to learn from 12 to 14, watch great free financial channels like Financipation, where you learn great financial advice for free. So watch channels like mine. Also, have your parent watch my video on how to open a custodial account for your child, okay? And then lastly, I'll say this. I'm a firm believer that you should start investing as soon as possible. So this is what I say you do. 50% of what you make should go into your custodial account. 10% should go into tithing or to some kind of charity of your liking, because they've done studies on it for whatever reason. Maybe it's a man upstairs, maybe it's just the universe, whatever you want to call it. People who give money typically always get more in return. It's kind of one of those weird isms that just exists. So 50% should go into your custodial account, 10% should go into charity or their tithes or whatever, and 40% should go to basically taking girls to get ice cream. I don't know, buying your Jordans, taking a girl to the mall. You're 12 to 14. We all were 12 to 14 at some point. 40% should go to you to spend it on what you want to spend it on. 50% goes to your custodial account, 10% goes to charity, and 40% it goes to you. Next, business to start from 12 to 13. My personal opinion is you need to learn sales. When I was 12 years old, I was selling candy in my high schools, and I was selling candy, in my middle schools. So Reese's Pieces, Reese's peanut butter cups, Jolly Ranchers, Blow Pops, M&M's, Skittles, I was selling candy. So my personal advice is from 12 to 14, you need to figure out, learn sales, and also there are different things, different kind of businesses that you can do from that early age. But my thing is also buy things that are essentially wholesale and sell them retail. So for instance, imagine you buy a box of 100 blow pops for $10, right? If you sell each blow pop for 25 cents, that means you're going to make $25 for that $10 box that you bought, which means you're going to have a $15 profit, and basically keep flipping it. So that's a very quick example. You can also become a YouTuber. I mean, I'm in the YouTube space, obviously. It's doing very well for me. You can become a YouTuber. And also, you can also do get on TikTok as well and make videos on TikTok. Next, from 15 to 17, this is essentially how you should be building your generational wealth. Books to read. First and foremost, read the book Money Mastered the Game by Tony Robbins. This is a phenomenal book. It's going to force you to essentially get into Google and basically kind of get into your books and kind of read up, okay, what exactly is an ETF? What's a mutual fund? What are stock options or whatever? What's my 401k? What's my Roth IRA? It's going to kind of start walking you through kind of what all these things are. And it's going to teach you, more importantly, how you should invest in some of those things. And at 15, 16, and 17, that's a very good thing to learn, because if you get financially literate at that point in your life, you are going to literally be light years above your broke family members, and to some extent your broke parents, who may or may not know this kind of stuff. And I'm telling you these things because, generally speaking, they do not teach financial literacy in high school, and they don't even really teach it in college. I had to go to grad school essentially to kind of start understanding, okay, what some of these things are. Next, in my opinion, you should read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. There are things Robert Kiyosaki talks about that I agree with. There are things that he says that I vehemently disagree with. But he kind of gets you into the mindset that if you work in corporate America, you need to essentially have a business on the side. He gets you into the mindset to say the whole concept of going to college, getting a lot of debt, and then going to school and getting for a company that pays you $45,000 a year for 40 years, that may not be the way you want to do it. So those are two books you should read. The third book I say you should read is Scholarships: The Golden Road to Financial Emancipation. That is the best scholarship book I have ever read. And the individual who wrote it or whatever, he goes into specific detail about he systematically and categorically figured out a way to go to college for free based off of doing scholarships. Scholarships are the most underutilized resource pretty much in America right now for teenagers. There are literally billions of dollars of free money that's out here in the universe, and no one is going after it because they're too lazy to do it. So next, financial tidbits to do from 15 to 17 years old. You need to once again watch great financial channels like Financipation that are free here on YouTube. Why? Because I am literally giving you an MBA level worth of knowledge for free or whatever on this channel. Next, start teaching financial concepts to your family members who are willing to learn. Full disclosure, everybody, I'm going to be honest with you. Sadly, a prophet is not without honor except in his own house. In other words, you are going to have a lot of haters basically when you're getting on your grind. And sadly, some of these haters may be people who you grow up with or who you live around, or family members that you eat the barbecues, or family members or cousins you hoot with. To some extent, people, you're not going to be able to save everybody, not going to be able to teach everybody, but you are going to have certain family members that are going to say, you know what, I like the way you think about finances. What do you mean? What do you talk about when you talk about 401ks and Roth IRAs and HSA accounts? What do you mean by that kind of stuff? So start educating the family members who are willing to learn pretty much on what a financial concept is, how to read a spreadsheet, things of that nature. Additionally, because you should have already had your custodial account open for about 3 to 5 years by this point, because you're 17 years old, start showing them the financial gains and dividends you've been making the last 3 to 5 years on your accounts. Okay, so start teaching those who want to learn the financial things that you've learned. Okay, and once again, everybody, when you are 15 to 17 years old, 50% of what you make immediately should go to your custodial account. 10% should go to tithing into a local charity, and 40% should go to, I don't know, taking girls out on dates, going to mall, to movies or whatever, going out with your boys, stuff like that, spring break. So 40% is your party and play money, 10% goes to charity, 50% immediately goes to your custodial account. Okay. Great businesses to start at 17. At 17 years old, you can do a lot more than you could at 12 or 13. So cut grass, I did that. Shovel snow, I did that. Create a budget. I have a free Financipation budget below. At 17 years old, maybe you're good at basketball, so you can basically train kids. Maybe you are good at math or science, so you can tutor kids, whatever. Maybe you're good at algebra, so you can tutor middle school students. Maybe you can babysit, you can walk dogs, you can be a lifeguard. I was a lifeguard. You can basically work in amusement parks. These are all different types of businesses that you can do pretty much from 17 years old. And once again, 50% goes to 50% of what you make immediately goes to your custodial account. 10% goes into a charity. 40% goes to you. So you can think outside the box. You can do jobs like you can go to italki and SaneSpeak. These are websites that essentially pay you $20 an hour to teach people English from the safety and the comfort of your computer screen. And there are over 1 billion humans worldwide, primarily in Asia and Latin America, who want to learn English. So also you can get on Fiverr, that's Fiverr, and become an independent contractor. If you're good at essentially building Instagram accounts, you're good at design, web developments, you can make $1,000 a month doing that. If you go to church, you can basically play the piano at church. I knew a gentleman who did this. He made over $250 every Sunday playing the church. Additionally, everybody, please watch my videos, probably gonna pop up like right here on 10 great businesses that you can start for under $100, where I essentially walk you through 10 great businesses that as a teenager you can actually start doing or whatever in your late teenage years. Next, I actually wanted to bring this up earlier. Let's say you're 12 years old, right? Let's say you have $500 into your custodial account, and let's say every month you put $100 into that account. By the time you are 18 years old or whatever, at 30, you are going to have roughly $16,000 into that account. Now, if you continue on that same investment portfolio, that same investment track, by the time you're 30, you will have $95,000. So you started an account at 12 years old, they only have $500 in it. You put $100 per month into that custodial account. And by the time, once again, you were 18, you're gonna have $16,000 into that account. And by the time you were 30, you were gonna have over $95,000 in that account. That's the power of compound interest, people. And that's why I say the earlier you start your custodial account, the better. Me and my wife started a custodial account for our son before he was 6 months old. So start your custodial account early, everybody. Next, oh, by the way, please hit that like button. Please share this video. Please comment and please subscribe, as it helps the algorithm. It allows me to bring you all free content. I'm giving you an MBA level of education on this channel, and I enjoy bringing you guys free content for free here on YouTube. Next, from 18 to 19. So some of the books you should read from 18 to 19 are: read The Little Book of Common Sense Investing by Jack Bogle. Jack Bogle is a very interesting and instrumental man. He was the founder of Vanguard, one of the greatest brokerage accounts today that we have. And I would advise everybody to basically read that book. It is a phenomenal read. Next, read Thou Shalt Prosper by Daniel Lapine. And lastly, read The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley. I love The Millionaire Next Door because it completely breaks down what you consider the average quote unquote millionaire to be. So the average idea of people are a millionaire is a guy who basically has a nice flashy watch, the expensive jewelry, nice gold chains, a huge house, all the pool in the back, basically the wraparound garage, all that kind of stuff, all the cars. That's not the actual typical millionaire. The typical millionaire basically drives a car that's 7 years old. They basically buy their jeans from Walmart. They live in modest houses, and literally no one knows that they're rich. So I want you to start thinking along those lines as well when you're 18 and 19, because it kind of lets you know, okay, you can look like you have money, or you can actually have money. Which one do you prefer? Financial tidbits or whatever that you should be doing from 18 to 19 as a teenager to build your generational wealth. First and foremost, continue watching great financial channels like Financipation, where I'm teaching you basically how to build generational wealth for free. Also, at 18 and 19, I think you need to open a credit card and start building credit. I understand that this is very popular gentleman out in Tennessee who does not believe people should have credit cards. I think that's very stupid. And I think there's nothing wrong with having a credit card as long as you pay that thing off every month. And additionally, you need to start building credit, because at the end of the day, if you walk into a bank and you have no credit score, you basically try to get a house or a mortgage or anything of that nature, you try to get a business loan and you have no credit score, you're not going anywhere, particularly if you're a minority. So at the end of the day, you need to have a credit score. Secondly, the day you turn 18, literally the day you turn 18, you need to open a Roth IRA, and you need to figure out how to put $6,000 every year into that Roth IRA, period. Next, you need to open a brick and mortar bank account, whether it's Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase Bank, Citibank, or whatever. You need to basically create a brick and mortar account. Next, you also need to Google a high interest bank account, and you need to basically find whether it's a Marcus, Goldman Sachs, a SoFi, people like that. Find a high interest account so you can really start putting the vast majority of your money into. I have a separate video essentially on why you need an emergency fund. It's probably gonna pop up right here. And in that particular video, I basically walk you through why you need an emergency fund. And at 18 years old, you need to have an emergency fund, okay? Next, start doing all the other good financial habits or whatever. As I said, every month, invest a certain percentage of your money into your Roth IRA. By law, at the time I'm recording this, you can put $6,000 a year into your Roth IRA. At 18 years old, you need to open that Roth IRA, and you need to figure out a way to put $6,000 every year into that Roth IRA. Also, you need to get into very good financial habits, such as if you make $1,000 a month, you can only live on $600 a month. Basically, you need to figure out ways at 18 years old to, okay, what's my budget? What are my expenses or whatever, and how do I save money every month? And you need to get into the habit of spending less than you make. The average American has a net worth right now, they say, unfortunately, of -$5. So as a result, Americans in general are spending more money than they actually make. And at 18 years old, it is a phenomenal time to get completely into setting good financial habits so that you basically don't make poor financial decisions down the road. Because after 18, people, it's only going to get more expensive. You're going to be dating girls, finding your wife, you're going to be going to college, starting businesses, whatever. It's going to be your expenses are going to significantly increase after you leave mommy and daddy's house. Okay, always invest a certain percentage of your income every month into your high interest bank accounts, into your emergency fund, into your Roth IRA, into that custodial account that you started when you were 12, into that custodial account that you have, and always track your income and your expenses every month. Figure out a way also, everyone, to increase your income as well, because at the end of the day, you can save as much as you want, but at the end of the day, you need greater cash flow. Okay, so if you have $1,000, so just as an example, okay, because I talked about the Roth IRA a little earlier. If you have $1,000 in your Roth IRA at 18 years old and you put $150 a month into it, by the time you are 40 years old, you will have $150,000. Think about that for a minute. Businesses to start by time during the years of 18 to 19, create, in my opinion, some type of digital e-product, some type of product where literally you're making money off of that thing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I like e-products because it's the kind of thing that once you create it one time, you can literally sell it to the world for forever. So in my opinion, you should be at 18 or 19, you should be creating some type of digital product, whether it's a personal training product, whether it's a cookbook, whether it's a self-help training book, an e-product, something. Try something that, try to create something, like I said, that's making money while you sleep. And the amazing thing about it is at 18 or 19 years old, you're going to try a lot of things that aren't going to work, and you're going to try some things that do work. So you should be trying things. You should be trying your hardest to see if they can, if they work. And if they don't work, try something else. You get the rest of your life. So it's a good time to do it. Additionally, at 18 and 19, that's when you should try to figure out, okay, are you going to go the college route, which means you're going to get a degree most likely in science, technology, engineering, math, healthcare, law, or finance? Are you going to go more of the blue collar route, where you're going to join the Marine Corps, join the Navy, join the Army, possibly become a police officer, possibly go into construction? Whatever it is, decide the path that you want to go. I will say this: if you go to the college route, once again, read that book, Scholarships, The Golden Road to Financial Emancipation, because it's going to walk you through how to go about getting hundreds of thousands of dollars of free money, so you can get your undergraduate and your graduate degree for free. Go there. If you want to go, like I said, more the blue collar route, once again, construction, that are always hiring in that industry, and you start off making about $75,000 or $80,000. Other businesses that you can start at 19 years old, you can create an Etsy account if you're good at creative design, and that's an easy way to make money. If you're very good at building websites, go to www.fiverr.com. That's another good thing you can do as well. So those are just different businesses that you can start at 18 or 19 years old. And lastly, once again, put 50% of the money you make immediately into your custodial account. Give 10% to your church, give 10% to charity, whatever your cup of tea is, and the other 40% is pretty much you. You can use it to buy your Jordans, you can use it to buy your cowboy boots, you can use it to take your girls out, you can use it in your car. But 50% you save, 10% goes to charity, 40% is yours, okay? So lastly, everybody, in closing, I just wanted to answer my user's question. And to all my parents that are listening, there is no reason, once again, why your child cannot start building generational wealth as early as 10 to 12 years old, period. As I said earlier, I'm gonna be dropping a video about ways you can actually make money prior to 10 years old to stack paper for your child. But once again, everybody, there is no reason why you cannot start doing good financial lifetime practices very early in your life, in your early teenage years. You should start investing as early and often before you're 18 years old. And if you do that, that's literally going to set you up for building generational wealth for the next decades to come. If you start investing your money as early as 12 years old or whatever, you are literally going to have a roughly 70 to 80 years of the rest of your life to have compound interest. And it's utterly insane the amount of money you can make doing that or whatever. So in closing, everybody, I was going to say this channel, Financipation, is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth. And it's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. Please follow me at the Instagram at @the_real_financipation. My Facebook channel is Financipation, and check out some of my digital e-products below as well. And additionally to that, I also have a financial blog that's going to be coming out very soon. So in closing, everybody, I'm also going to say this too. Jealousy is going to have people hating on you when they should be learning from you. So I want you to forward this video to as many people as you know who have teenagers, to as many people as you know who have kids, to as many parents that you know of that are not possibly as financially literate as you think they should be, but you want their kids to become financially literate, because this is kind of stuff that you can learn together, okay? And and lastly, everybody, please hit that like button, please share the video, please comment, and please subscribe, as it helps the algorithm, and I enjoy giving you guys free content. Take it easy, everybody. Have a good one. It's your boy Chris. I'm out. Peace.